Proof number one that the Bible is not that old. Okay, I would like us to read Acts 7 verse 2 to 3. Why am I reading this verse? It's because I want to talk about Mesopotamia. Yes, the mother of all civilizations. The place now lying in ruins. I'll try and break it down as much as I can because I want to show you that the name Mesopotamia is not anywhere else but in Africa. Verse 2, and Stephen said, "Brothers and fathers, hear me. The God of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he lived in Haran, and said to him, Go out from your land and from your kindred and go into the land that I will show you." So when you think of Mesopotamia, you'll be thinking of some kingdom that has been said, written about in history, in like extensively about how good it was and so forth. But you will not think Africa. Yes. Right now I'm going to talk about the kingdom of Mutapa. And I'm sure you'll be asking yourself, what is the connection between Mutapa and Mesopotamia? I'm glad you asked. Mutapa, first of all, was a kingdom stretching from Zambezi, now called Angola, Zambia, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe, to Limpopo rivers, that is including mostly your Botswana and your South Africa. So, as we move along, we will see how Mwene Mutapa in Mesopotamia could possibly be the same thing. How is Mwene Mutapa and Mesopotamia possibly the same thing? The proof is in the Portuguese transliteration. I have reference to the Wikipedia article for your easy reference. And before you jump into defense, denial, or anything, hear me out. Okay, the kingdom of Mutapa was Mwene Mutapa. That is the original name. In Shona, they could also say Mwene we Mutapa. But the Portuguese, they decided to call it Mono Motapa. So as we move along, we will drop the original name and the Shona name and use the Portuguese name to see how it could be the Mesopotamia that has been spoken about extensively in the history books. The translation that I will do, I will break it in two. The Mono Motapa will be Mono first, and then Mesopotamia will be Meso first. So as you can see, that M in Mono Motapa is also in Mesopotamia. O in Mono Motapa is not in Mesopotamia. N in Mono Motapa is not in Mesopotamia. O in Mono Motapa is there in Mesopotamia. Moving along, I will then take the remaining word, which is Motapa versus Potamia. But Motapa, I want to break it into three, to Mo, Da, and Ba. And then I'll scramble the word, and then I'll come up, I'll start with the PA, it will be Pa, and then follow with the TA, Ta, and then end with the MO. So it's Patamo. And then on Mesopotamia, we are still going to be working with Potamia. Now, let's see how it will be compared. P in Patamo, that is the new scrambled word, is as Mesopotamia as well. A in Patamo is not in Potamia. T in Potama is there in Potamia. A in Potama is there in Potamia. M in Potamo is there in Potamia. O in Potamo is not there in Potamia. I skipped the I because I wanted to have even letters. So you will say, but the letters are not exactly the same, especially the vowels. Okay, I will agree with that. In the past, they didn't use vowels. The vowels are something that is very new. So if we are to write using only the consonants, let's compare to see how it fares. So Monomotapa, we're still working with the Portuguese transliteration versus Mesopotamia, the kingdom that we know is in ruins and so forth. So when you're looking at it, it's just taking only the consonants. Monomotapa will give you M, N, M, T, P, whereas Mesopotamia is going to give you M, S, P, T, M. And you can see that only S is different from the two comparison. All other letters are the same, just scrambled around. So yeah, that's what I can leave for you. And as I had said earlier, the whole point is just to prove that the Bible is not that old. So the question is, when did Portuguese arrive in Africa? As per history, Portuguese have been around since the 1400s. It seems they observed everything in Moene-Motapa, I'll say, or I guess, and they envied the power and came with this Christianity. But how is Mesopotamia, in the Christian holy book, that is supposedly 2,000 years old, but they only went in Moene-Motapa around 1400s and even called it Mono-Motapa? I will leave that to you to conclude, because I don't want to say it is definitely not that old. But on my side, my conclusion is the Bible is not that old. And I'm going to take you through some African stories that are already in the Bible that they say are more than 2,000 years old. But according to history, they are just happening around the 1700s. Thank you.